Hi, everyone. I'm Bob Kessling of the Ball Network, and welcome to another edition of Tennessee Football Classics Vintage Orange. We take a look at the 1985 Tennessee team. It was coached by Johnny Majors in what was his 9th season as the Volunteers head coach, but he was still looking for his first SEC championship as the head coach at his alma mater. The 85 team was special. It was led by strong-arm quarterback Tony Robinson. Tim McGee was an all-star wide receiver, and the offensive line was anchored by Bruce Wilkerson. On defense, some big play performers, Dale Jones, Kelly Ziegler, and Chris White. Indeed, it was a very special team. And with the story of the 1985 Tennessee Volunteers, here's the Ball Network's John Ward.
Hello, football fans. This is John Ward, here to tell you about a very special University of Tennessee football team. Coach Johnny Majors' 1985 squad was special for several reasons. But this was the first volunteer team in almost half a century to win both the Southeastern Conference Championship and the following bowl games. Tennessee's enjoyed some magnificent championship seasons across the years, but bowl victories following these championship years have been strangely elusive. These 1939 Vols were the nation's last major college team to shut out every opponent on their schedule, but they lost to Southern Cal in the Rose Bowl. This 1951 team provided UT with its only national championship, but they bowed to Maryland in the Sugar Bowl. This 1956 team suffered a similar fate, led to the SEC title by a single-wing tailback named Johnny Majors. They lost to Baylor in the Sugar Bowl. UT's conference champions of 1967 and 1969 were equally unfortunate in postseason games. So this 1985 squad achieved something no Tennessee team has done since 1938, when Bob Nealon's Volunteers capped their undefeated season with a shutout victory over Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl. These 85 Vols capped their SEC championship with a stunning Sugar Bowl victory over Miami.
Tennessee Football Classics Vintage Orange is brought to you by First Tennessee Bank, the official bank of the Vols, by State Farm Insurance and the more than 400 State Farm agents in Tennessee who support volunteer football. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Ford and your Tennessee Ford dealers, where you'll find quality people, quality products throughout Tennessee. And by Budweiser. Choosing a designated driver is always a good game plan.
University of Tennessee Sports, emotion, tradition, sponsored by Men of Measure, Men of Stature, Big and Tall Clothiers, fashion, fit, selection, and savings. By Little Debbie Snacks, unwrap a smile today. By BB&T, BB&T, Branch Banking and Trust. By Petro's Chili and Chips, guaranteed love at first bite. Now serving Neyland Stadium, Thompson Bowling Arena, and Lindsey Nelson Stadium. And by Hound Dogs, where real UT fans shop.
Well, hello, Mr. Fried Catfish. Say hello to Mrs. Fried Shrimp. Hello!
Shoney's Unforgettable Seafood Buffet on Friday and Saturday nights. So when you're hungry for something different, remember Shoney's. Henry.
Hey, I'll be right there, fried chicken.
Shoney's Unforgettable Home-Style Buffet. So when you're hungry for something different, remember Shoney's.
Pork chop, meat, mashed potatoes.
The Southeastern Conference, setting the standard. An unprecedented year in athletic and academic achievements. 12-member institutions committed to excellence and the promise of the future. The Southeastern Conference, where champions are made.
UTV and the Big Orange Video Library presents Vols 85, the sweet taste of sugar. The story of Tennessee's 1985 SEC football championship season.
The 85 season began with Vol fans concerned about a young, untested defense. UCLA shocked the Vols early as Gaston Green sprint 72 yards on the third play of the game. The Bruins built a 10-0 advantage in the first quarter, but Robinson gets the offense untracked in the second period. The 30-yard pass to McGee set up Carlos Reve's first field goal of his UT career. And after a Bruin punt, Robinson is back at work. Four plays later, Tennessee faces a 3rd and goal at the Bruin 4. The touchdown catch by Hendricks ties the score at 10, but the Vols aren't through in the first half. It's Chris White's first career interception and gives Tennessee a chance to get into field goal range. Reves drills a 33-yard field goal, and the Vols lead 13-10 at halftime. In the third quarter, Robinson goes for the big play early. Tennessee builds a 26-10 lead in the fourth quarter, but the Bruins stage an impressive rally and tie the game in the closing seconds. The disappointment melts away quickly for the Volunteers because the next opponent is top-ranked Auburn with its Heisman Trophy candidate at tailback, Bo Jackson. Auburn received the opening kickoff, and Neyland Stadium was at a fever pitch.
Now here is Auburn in an I formation. Tennessee jumping around on defense. Quarterback Berger gives to the fullback, and charging over the right side of the line is 5'11" Tommy Agee. He gets 2 yards to the 34, where he's swarmed under by a host of orange-clad Volunteers. In the backfield for Auburn at quarterback Jeff Berger, 6 feet 201 sophomore, Cedartown, Georgia. The running backs, Bo Jackson, 6'1", 222 senior from Bessemer. Tommy Agee, the fullback, 5'11", 210 junior, Maplesville. The wideouts will be Waygan and Gaines. Occasionally they'll go with 2 tight ends. The tight end is Parks. It will be 2nd down and 8. A man in motion from the far side near east to west. This, the quarterback Berger, 1 yard, that's it. Pounded down at the 35-yard line by Kelly Ziegler on an option to the left side, but Ziegler filled the gap and nailed Berger after a gain of a yard. It will be 3rd down and 7. Defensively for Tennessee across the front, Tyrone Robinson, Robbie Scott, Richard Brown, Marco Vanek, Dale Jones. Linebackers Ziegler and Miller. The cornerbacks Kramer and Brown. The safeties are Davis and Sims. 3rd down and 7. Auburn with Berger to the near side. Pitch to Jackson at the corner. He's tackled for no gain as Tennessee filled on the right side with Andre Kramer and then Darren Miller, the linebacker, up to pound him to the ground.
Now it was Tennessee's turn.
It's a 3rd down for Tennessee. 3rd down and right at 5 yards to go, a little more. Tennessee with Robinson back to throw. Looking across the middle. Robinson's going to run. He's at the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Robinson on his way. Gets down to the 32-yard line before he's finally tackled.
Later, Robinson described the key play.
Yes, I think they were playing a one coverage, and there was nobody in the middle, and I just took off up the middle and got a good game for us, got us going, got everybody fired up, and just went on down the score.
The Big Orange was in business, and 4 plays later, faced 1st and goal at the 3. Charles Wilson's touchdown made it 7-0, and after an exchange of punts, Auburn was on offense.
2nd down, a little over 2 to go. 2 flankers right, 1 the slot man, a man in motion back to the left in the I formation. Tennessee in a 5-man front. This will be Berger pitching the ball back. Fumble, and has been recovered by the Big Orange. Tennessee Tennessee recovers the missed pitch out from Berger intended for Jackson, and right there is Terry Brown keying on Jackson, and he just pounced on that ball, and Tennessee gets the turnover at the Auburn 37-yard line. Bill?
They've played the option very well. They've taken it away from Auburn so far in the game. That time they had it covered perfectly, but the key to it, an orange shirt, I don't know who it was, popped Berger, but just as he was trying to make the pitch, he made a bad pitch.
The big play was made by Tyrone Robinson, the junior from Bridgeport, Alabama, the outside linebacker on the right side, who got to Berger, hit him, forced the missed pitch, and Tennessee's got it first down in Auburn territory, leading 7-0. Robinson sets his team in the I formation. Robinson fakes, play action, long pass down into the end zone. The man is there. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tennessee! Robinson throws. McGee catches. It was there all the way. McGee had him by 5 yards, and Robinson right on the dollar mark.
The score was now 14-0, and the Tigers started to move until this big play. Second and 2 at the Auburn 40. Freshman Keith Davis gets the call. Three plays later, Robinson faces another important.
Tennessee has stopped Auburn.
Auburn cuts the lead to 24-6 in the fourth quarter, but the Vols stick to their guns. The pass to McGee covers 55 yards, and a penalty takes the ball even closer to the Auburn goal. The 10-yard scoring pass to Joey Clinkscales makes it 31-6. And after an Auburn touchdown, the Vol offense answers again.
Tennessee back to an I formation set with 2 wideouts to the left side. Tight end right. Robinson going to look for that tight end. He's held up. He's going to throw the ball deep down into the end zone. It is going to be battled for. Who's got it? Touchdown! Eric Swanson! 2 men went up. 2 men came down, and Swanson wrestled it away from Arthur Johnson. Swanson with a TD, and he, Bill, worked overtime to get that one.
Well, that was a great play. Of course, that was that little lob pass. Tony just laid it up, let him run under it. The quarterback for Auburn has done a super job covering him. He was all over him, and they both go up to the ball. Swanson took it away from him.
As the goalposts come down, the scoreboard reads Tennessee 38, Auburn 20. And Coach Johnny Majors presides over a happy Vol locker room.
I can say this with all sincerity. I have never seen a group of men and a staff, fellows out there, do such a job of preparation and getting yourselves ready to play. The only thing I did is stay out of your way today. I'm so proud of the staff and their preparation, and you guys have to get it done. How you doing, man? Do you enjoy it? Yeah! One last thing I'd like to say. Watch what you say. We know why we won. We have to play next year. We have to play 9 more people this year. Win with honor. Win with class. Win with pride. And win with modesty. Be good. Tell people, I'm happy for you. It's your day, one knee.
Kessling talked to defensive tackle Mark Hovanek.
Coach Majors, it was one of the best things I've ever heard. He walked into the locker room before the game. He looked at us. He goes, fellas, he goes, I'm confident. I'm not overconfident. They're a good team. But I demand you go out there and have a good time. And that's what we did.
Majors was asked if his team deserved a place in the national rankings.
I'm not a bit concerned about the rankings today. I'm so excited about beating Auburn, and I'm going to let the rankings take care of themselves. I'm a lot more concerned about enjoying this victory and giving the credit to our young men and those great staff members here around here now that are being interviewed. And I'll be a lot more concerned about getting ready for Wake Forest tomorrow. Not today, but tomorrow, than I am about the rankings.
Tennessee did, in fact, land in the top 20 the following Monday, and Majors turned his team's attention to the next opponent, Wake Forest. The Vols led by only 7 at the half, but the defense produced a big play midway through the third quarter. Terry McDaniel's interception and 19-yard return put the ball at the Wake Forest 48. Robinson's pass to McGee was good for 21 yards, and then Keith Davis gets the call. The Vols withstand a fourth quarter rally by Wake to win 31-29. Next came the heart of the schedule, road trips to Florida and Alabama. The Florida game shaped up as an emotional contest, and both defenses dominated early. Each team can manage only a field goal in the first half, but Florida stretches out to a 17-3 lead in the third quarter, and the Gators threaten a rout. Terry Brown's interception keeps Tennessee in the game, hoping for some spark on offense. And the big play combo of Robinson to Clink Scales delivers, covering 65 yards. A play later, Robinson looks for 6. But the Vols would get no closer on a hot day in Gainesville, and they fall to the Gators 17-10. But with Florida on probation, there's still a path to the title, and it leads to Birmingham.
Now, 'Twas the holiday season as snow began to fall, and holiday shoppers were out one and all. To the howl of the wind and the sting of the rain, on the face of each person they shopped on in vain. The pace was fast as they shopped day and night for gifts at the mall. Through the crowds they'd fight. Until one day, from the comfort of home, they called for their gifts by dialing the phone, then simplified the season with Shop at Home.
This week, Comcast delivers the hits you want on In Demand. Dr. Dolittle 2. Oh! The Grinch. Swordfish. Spy Kids. All this week on In-Demand Pay-Per-View, delivered home by Comcast.
Passion, a way of life. They feel it when the band forms the giant T. It's worn with pride. You see it in their homes, even on their cars. Oh yeah, real UT fans have it. Where can you get it? At Hound Dogs, where real UT fans shop. Hound Dogs is the ultimate shop for all things orange. Now with 6 locations across East Tennessee, Hound Dogs, where real UT fans shop.
Welcome back to Tennessee Football Classics Vintage Orange. Game 5 of the 1985 season saw Tennessee travel to Alabama to face the Crimson Tide at Legion Field in Birmingham. Tennessee looking for its 4th straight win over Alabama. Again, it was the 3rd Saturday in October, and as usual, there were several dramatic twists and turns in this game between Tennessee and Alabama. Once again, here's John Ward.
Yes, the 1985 Vols were special, as the offense fought back from shocking adversity, and a group of no-name players rose above all expectations to forge a stalwart defense as the season progressed.
The drama of this amazing season was epitomized by a mid-season calamity which would have devastated a team of lesser character. It's October 19th, and Tennessee is facing Alabama at Birmingham's Legion Field. Vol fans are beginning to relax a bit as the third quarter winds down, and their team, with a 7-point lead, is riding the passing prowess of Tony Robinson toward an apparent triumph over the Crimson Tide. Tennessee leads 14-7 going into the fourth quarter and is nearing pay dirt when the vision of victory turns to ashes. Robinson, looking for the first down, is sandwiched between two defenders and unable to continue. Lost, it turns out, for the season. And in the eyes of many Vol fans, at that moment, the season too is lost. In comes Darrell Dickey, fifth-year senior, best known for quarterbacking the Vols to a tie with Army the previous season. Alabama partisans cheer their defense as the Tennessee drive stalls. The Vols settle for a Carlos Reveiz field goal, extending their lead to 16-7. The 9-point cushion is short-lived as Alabama strikes quickly and narrows the score to 16-14. The Vols, shocked by the loss of their great quarterback, cannot move the ball and look to their defense to preserve the win. In what was probably the biggest single play of the season, Dale Jones, Mr. Defense for Tennessee, makes an incredible interception to snuff out the Crimson Tide's comeback hopes. The Vols hold on to win 16-14, and this team of destiny survives its first major obstacle since Robinson's injury.
As dramatic as the three previous Alabama games were, I don't think there's ever been any heavier drama than the fourth quarter of the Alabama game in Birmingham. When Tony Robinson went down with a knee injury in the first play of the fourth quarter, it made, I think, all of our players realize that they all had to reach up and get something extra if we were going to win that ball game. No team has played any harder than they did in the fourth quarter, and I think that set the pace for the remainder of the season.
The defense continues to play well, but the offense, with a new quarterback, cannot get untracked against Georgia Tech. The Vols trailed the Yellow Jackets 6-3 with only 30 seconds left in the game.
Here's the land. Pass downfield is caught. Grabbed at the 34-yard line, and it will be for Tennessee at that point with 14 seconds to go. Eric Swanson making a diving catch, and Tennessee is now getting Carlos Reveiz in to attempt the field goal with 14 seconds to go. It will be a 51-yard attempt to tie the game by Carlos Reveiz. The ball, the clock is stopped for the marking of the ball for the first down, and now the clock will be wound. 41-yard field goal try by Carlos Reveiz. Down, kick in the air by Reveiz. It is long enough. Is it true? That kick, ladies and gentlemen, is good.
Darrell Dickey, his confidence buoyed by the last-ditch effort against Georgia Tech, wastes no time against Rutgers, the Vols' homecoming foe. This 17-yard pass to Tim McGee launched the offensive fireworks. A checkoff at the line, And Dickey finds Keith Davis for an early first quarter touchdown. Redshirt freshman Jeff Francis gets a turn at the quarterback spot and teams up with McGee for a 45-yard pickup. The play sets up this 48-yard field goal try as Randy Sanders nabs an errant snap, moves the block, and enables Carlos Reves to split the uprights. Memphis State fans are cheering their team's strong defensive efforts the following week when this Dickey aerial puts the Vols ahead at Liberty Bowl Stadium. An outstanding catch by Eric Swanson adds another 6 points to cap an 88-yard, 9-play drive. And the Vols enjoy a 17-7 halftime lead. Defensive gems like this acrobatic interception by Andre Kramer turn back all scoring attempts in the second half. And the Vols conclude their non-conference outings with a 17-7 win over the Memphis State Tigers.
Well, hello, Mr. Fried Catfish. Say hello to Mrs. Fried Shrimp. Hello.
Shoney's Unforgettable Seafood Buffet on Friday and Saturday nights. So when you're hungry for something different, remember Shoney's.
Henry.
Hey, I'll be right there, fried chicken.
Shoney's Unforgettable Home-Style Buffet. So when you're hungry for something different, remember Shoney's.
Pork chop, meat, mashed potatoes.
These are the people who are up earlier than anyone else, who work harder, who work longer, who take the biggest risks, and who are the ultimate embodiment of the American dream. They're the people who create and build small businesses, and they'll always be big business at our bank. BB&T, you can tell we want your business.
Well, hello, Mr. Fried Catfish. Say hello to Mrs. Fried Shrimp. Hello.
Shoney's Unforgettable Seafood Buffet on Friday and Saturday nights. So when you're hungry for something different, remember Shoney's.
Henry.
Hey, I'll be right there, fried chicken.
Shoney's Unforgettable Home-Style Buffet. So when you're hungry for something different, remember Shoney's.
Pork chop, meat, mashed potatoes.
Hi, I'm Keith Widmer of Petro's Chili and Chips. This is my brother Dale. We're here to show you the delicious ingredients in a Petro. Hey Dale, could you get some corn chips? A Petro combines corn chips in the finest chili, cheeses, green onions, tomatoes, sour cream, and more. Our 8 area locations also offer loaded baked potatoes, salads, hot dogs, kids' meals, desserts, and here's the corn our famous hint of orange iced tea. Here's the finished Petro. Don't I get to say anything? Dale, the Petro's the star.
Welcome back to Tennessee Football Classics Vintage Orange, the 1985 Tennessee Volunteers. That team had several players who just emerged as stars, like Jeff Powell, who was a track athlete, who turned into one of the best tailbacks in the SEC. There was Chris White, who was a solid player for Tennessee, but in his senior season turned into an All-American. He had 9 interceptions. And there was Darrell Dickey. He was a walk-on quarterback at Tennessee, but was thrust into the spotlight when Tony Robinson went down. All he did was win football games for the Volunteers. So entering November in 1985, Tennessee was in the midst of the SEC championship race, but needed a strong finish against Ole Miss, Kentucky, and Vanderbilt.
Ole Miss heads a trio of traditional foes as Tennessee returns to the SEC wars the following week. The Rebels, winners at Knoxville in 1983, are welcomed back to Neyland Stadium by Chris White. the loose ball is recovered by Terry McDaniel to set up the first Tennessee touchdown. Ole Miss